Everybody asks me, where am I going to put the cross? Well, it's right in the center of the dash. So it's not outside on a hood, but anyway, it's up front, leading the way. I've been having issues with the new RV. Well, used RV, my new RV, and I'm not smart enough to figure it out. It's a very complicated machine, and I'm having trouble learning the system and learning the way things work and where switches are and how things turn on and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm thinking, okay, well, if you buy a new Ford pickup and you have a problem with it, you just call the Ford dealer and they can tell you, how to operate things. But anyway, it's up front, leading the way. Business back in 2009 or 2010, somewhere along in there, during the recession, a lot of RV companies went belly up, and Country Coach was one of them. And just nobody had extra money, and nobody could afford $4.50 fuel to drive these trucks around, these RVs around. So anyway, they folded, went under, and so there's nobody for me to call. I don't have any customer support or anything like that, So when I'm sitting there trying to figure something out, I'm like, man, I don't know who to call, and I don't want to keep calling the previous owners. They'll get tired of me calling all the time, saying, hey, how do I do this? So I've called them a couple, 3 times so far, and I don't want to be calling them every day trying to figure things out. So I called an RV dealer. That one was in the video about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went down there, I called them and asked them if they could work on it, or at least teach me stuff. And they said, we don't know anything about those kind of coaches. Basically, they kind of short with me, they don't know anything about that. Sorry, can't help you. Bye. Okay. I said, well, do you know anybody that could? Well, try this number. Well, they gave me a number. It ended up being coachnet.com. So I called them, didn't know who it was. Anyway, basically, it's RV AAA, basically. So, road breakdown service. He said, where are you broke down at? I'm not. I'm just trying to learn this new RV I bought. I don't know anybody else to call, and somebody give me your number. Oh, well, we don't know either, but here, try this number. So I called that number, and it was actually Winnebago. Okay, why am I calling Winnebago for a Prevost country coach? Well, apparently a few years after they went belly up, Winnebago bought the country coach name. Okay, and so they actually have customer support. Wow. So we don't know anything about those particular coaches, but call this number. Okay. The 4th phone number, kind of getting the runaround, but at least I'm learning something, maybe, I called this guy. His name was Greg. Oh, Greg was a godsend. He taught me, teach me so many different things about this coach. And so anyway, I talked with him for well over an hour, just asking him different questions about different things. And so anyway, one of the other people I called was a local RV repair shop here in Fort Worth. And I called them first, and before I got a hold of Greg at the Winnebago place. And anyway, I made an appointment with him to come up and basically give me a beginner's crash course, I guess. So I'm going to go up there and talk to him for a couple hours, and he can maybe point things out and show different things. And what am I talking about? What kind of problems am I having? Well, the heater. I can't figure out how to turn the heater on. It's a Webasto heater, and I can't get the thing to fire. It's supposed to be just push one of these buttons up there and it's supposed to turn on, and it doesn't. I'm sure it works. I just don't know how. I don't know how to turn the thing on. Another thing is the generator kept shutting off. I turned the generator on to charge the batteries up, and it would run for a couple hours, but then one day I come out and it only ran for about 5 minutes. Then it only ran for about a minute, and then it wouldn't even turn on. Couldn't figure out what was going wrong there. Well, Greg told me, so what happens is that generator has an auto start feature and also a safety feature where it won't suck all the fuel. When it realizes the coach only has a 1/4 tank of fuel, the generator won't run. Oh, okay. So when the generator won't run, I mean, why is that shutting it off? Well, it doesn't want. If you're out camping and you run the generator over and over and over and run the fuel out, then you don't have any fuel to drive back into town to get more fuel. So it shuts it off at a quarter. So anyway, I'm like, I got a full tank of fuel in this thing. And he goes, well, more than likely it's sending a bad code and everything. And he told me how to unplug this thing here and see if that works. So I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but all these different things I'm trying to work through, trying to learn this coach, trying to understand how it operates and how it's a complicated machine, you know. Okay, I've been up here at the Texas RV guys this afternoon. Been here for about 3 hours now. I had a problem, still have a problem with the generator not staying running. It'll start, but it won't stay running. It'll run for about 5 minutes and cut off. Haven't figured that out because they don't have a generator guy here today. They got to probably schedule a generator, outside generator guy to come in, a specialist, to work on it. The generator wasn't running. The Webasto heater was back in the back here. We'll go back here and look at it. He's still got his tools, but we kind of got it. It just hadn't been running a while, and it was all, seemed like the motor was kind of gummed up and just didn't want to run smoothly. So we got this. This is a Webasto heater. Now what the Webasto heater does is there goes the generator trying to fire again. The Webasto heater, there's a fan in here. Let's get down close. There's a fan and pump everything in here, and then there's a burn chamber over here. There's a water hose coming in from the back, comes in, it circulates around, and then comes out here and goes up into the system. What that does, it burns a flame of fuel in here, a diesel fuel. It burns that in there, and it makes like a broiler, or boiler, you know, like in a big office building or something. It's just a real small boiler. Anyway, it burns fuel in here. This is the electric pump. This is the control panels and all that. He got it up and running and everything, and it was just the fan motor just didn't want to run, and whatever. The more it ran, the more it loosened up. More than likely, I'm gonna have to replace that fan motor here before too long. But as of right now, we've got that running. Now that is also it's supposed to heat water pipes that go up through the coach into the bedroom, the galley, and in the front living room area, the front dash. And it runs hot water, just like in your car, runs hot water through a heat exchanger, like a radiator. It's got hot water going through it, and it blows air across it, and that's the hot air that you feel coming out of the vents. Okay, so that's how that works. It blows up through there, and it burns all that. Go ahead. it gets that hot water to cycle through, and then the heat exchangers blow air across those radiators. They're called radiators or whatever they're called. Anyway, so we got that all working, but we got heat in there now. It also, noisy trucks. It also is supposed to heat the hot water, you know, heat the water pump or water heater, and that's not working. We don't know why. I think it's supposed to. Maybe it's not supposed to, but I was told it's supposed to. So supposedly you can turn that Webasto heater on, heat the coach and heat the water, so you can take your shower in the morning or whatever, and then turn that back off, and you're done for the day. Well, we got that somewhat fixed. My solar panel problem I had, trying to figure out how, these are the 8D batteries under here. Now this is a 2500 watt solar, inverter charger, and a 2500 watt inverter charger, altogether 5000 watts. This bank of batteries runs off of this inverter. This bank of batteries runs this inverter, but somehow they're all tied together. I'm not quite sure how. But anyway, I talked to Winnebago's customer service, because they own Country Coach now, and the guy, he was on the line when they built these things, and he says, yeah, these are all the best place to tie the solar panel or solar panels coming down to the solar charge controller into the batteries is just right here at the lugs. So we decided what we're going to do is I'm going to hook one to here and one down to here, positive and negative, so it goes through the whole system, and see if that works. So I got an answer on that at least. I got to go home and do that myself. So, and then also, we didn't see this last time we had a video. The solar panels are up on the roof. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 solar panels. The cable comes down behind the cabinetry inside, down through this floorboard, through this wall here, and here's the charge controller. Here's the cover for it. Here's the cover for it. It's a Midnight Classic 150 charge controller. That was what was in the van. Okay, and then here's the main panel, and I've got cables coming in with a cutoff switch, and then I've got cables here that I'm going to run over to the batteries. I'm going to do all that myself when I get home. Okay, now what's clicking? Something's trying to click. That dang generator. Anyway, I cannot get this generator to stay running. I don't know what's going wrong with it. So we'll figure that eventually. But anyway, they've helped me on that. Another thing, one more thing we've got going on here that we fixed. It was super simple. I was just too dumb to figure it out. When you come up the stairs into the coach, right here by the front passenger seat, there's an outlet. Right here's an outlet. That's, I think, for if you're outside and you want to just reach around and plug that in, plug something into it, a radio or something. There's an outlet right here for the TV. There's another outlet down here to, let's say I'm working on my laptop, that's where I plug it in. Then back here in the bedroom, there's an outlet down here, maybe for a vacuum cleaner. Then on the back wall back here, in front of the closets, this is the very back of the coach, there's an outlet here. None of those worked, okay? Then, there's an outlet right here. And there's an outlet in the kitchen right here. And another one up here, back behind there. So there's all these outlets. Those work. So basically, let's turn around here. Everything on the passenger side doesn't work. Everything on the driver's side does. So Kim comes back in here and he goes, I bet you it's a GFI, ground fault. And he looks down here and there's one right down in here. Let's turn you around. Here's the bed, back wall of the coach. Here's the bed. There's the driver's side window of the bed. There's the end table, the nightstand. And then right down here is the GFI. But it was good. It worked fine. And that light has always worked fine. He says, I bet there's another one on the other side. Yeah, you guessed it. Look where they put this sucker. I mean, this light didn't work. So we followed the cord down. It's going to get dark down in here. But there it is, way back in there. and it was tripped. So, come on, turn around. There we are. So anyway, it was tripped. That was an easy fix. So all these outlets work now, so we're good there. So all the things I wanted to get fixed basically are fixed, except the generator. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that. I'm probably going to have to make an appointment with these people and have a generator guy. They know of a generator guy that it's, you know, outside, that will come in and work on it. And we'll have to do that on another day. So anyway, that's what we've got today. Got everything working. He's back here right now, hooking everything back together. And he's over here putting the box on it. That's a cover and a shield and all that. He's putting all that together, and we'll be done. I'll go in and pay my bill and head back home. So it's a successful day. Whoop, light's not good. It's been a successful day. Everything's been, got most of the things I wanted fixed, and we're all good. Ciao. Oh, by the way, Hobo Techno Challenge or something, whatever he does, whatever he says. Later.